I've spent most of my life working as a night manager at a small motel off Highway 27. It's not a glamorous job, but it pays the bills, and after years of dealing with drunks, runaways, and the occasional drug deal gone wrong, I thought I had seen it all. That was, of course, before I ever set foot in room 209. The motel was old, built sometime in the 1960s, and had its fair share of creepy occurrences, doors shutting on their own, the occasional cold spot, even lights flickering. But room 209, that was different. No one ever stayed in room 209. It wasn't on purpose. It just always seemed to be vacant. If someone booked it online, they'd call to cancel before they arrived. If I tried to check someone in, the system would crash, or the key card wouldn't work. It was as if the room wanted to stay empty. One night, that changed. It was a slow Tuesday, and I was the only one on shift. The motel was nearly empty, except for a couple of truckers and an older man passing through. Around 2:30 a.m., I was sipping my coffee when the phone rang. "Front desk," I answered. At first, there was silence. Then a faint crackling sound like static. "Hello?" Then I heard it, a voice, low, distorted and whispering. "Help, me." I sat up straight. "Sir, ma'am, who is this?" The static grew louder, then cut off completely. I looked down at the caller ID. The call had come from room 209. My blood ran cold. That room was supposed to be empty. I checked the system. No one had been checked into 209 for over a month. I grabbed the master key and a flashlight, then made my way down the dimly lit corridor. The carpet was musty, the fluorescent lights buzzing faintly overhead. As I approached the door, I hesitated. Something about the air felt wrong. Heavy, like the room was holding its breath. I knocked. "Hello? This is the front desk. I got a call from this room. Do you need assistance?" Silence. I swiped the key card and pushed the door open. The room was freezing. The air conditioner wasn't running, but my breath was visible. The bed was made just as housekeeping had left it. The TV was on, but only static filled the screen. The phone sat on the nightstand, the receiver slightly off the hook. And then I noticed the bathroom door. It was open just a crack. I swallowed hard. Every instinct told me to turn around and leave, but something compelled me forward. Slowly, I reached out and pushed the door open. Nothing. Just an empty bathroom. The shower curtain was drawn closed, but I could see there was no one behind it. Then, a breath. Not mine. Right next to my ear. I spun around, heart hammering. The room was still empty. But when I looked at the mirror above the sink, my stomach dropped. There was something behind me. A shadow. Tall. Thin. Featureless. It stood in the corner of the room, just beyond my reflection, its head tilted unnaturally to the side. It wasn't moving. It wasn't breathing. Then, in the mirror, I saw its head snap toward me. The lights flickered. The TV cut out. And in a voice barely above a whisper, I heard it say, "I've been waiting for this." I didn't stop to think. I ran. Out of the room, down the hallway, all the way back to the front desk. I locked the office door behind me and sat there until sunrise, gripping my coffee cup with shaking hands. The next morning, I checked the security footage. The hallway camera showed me walking into room 209. A few seconds later, the lights in the room flickered wildly. Then the door slammed shut on its own. I didn't remember that happening. But what chilled me to the bone was the last frame before I ran out. The shadow. Standing just inside the doorway, watching me leave. I don't know what's in room 209, and I don't want to. After that night, I blocked it from the system. No one stays there anymore. If a guest asks about it, I just shake my head and say it's out of order. because some doors should never be opened.